trash can messing up my shot.
Just kick that shit out the way.
Just can't get out of the way.
Put it right here. They're chained.
Yeah, it's a cool view here in Torrance.
Our vehicle.
Where at?
Okay, not that far from here. Let's see.
So Southern California Freedom 777. It's good. What's up, Alina? So what's up? Anybody knows the answer to the oh shit. Haywood Jablomi. Damn, dude. What the heck? I was gonna draw it out. I was gonna draw it out a little bit, try to damn, I guess. Hawthorne? Oh shit. You wanna go? Damn. Oh shit.
Oh, we could go.
Haywood. Come on, Haywood. I guess there it goes. I couldn't draw it out. Well, shit. Wait, anybody else has any choices? Any topics that you think they agree on? Craigslist, what's happening? Into the lighting. You got the light. Haywood said it's just obvious, at least to anyone paying attention. Huh. So Haywood says there were two things that our two past presidents agree on. I mean, these guys disagree on everything else. They disagree on everything. I mean, the whole country is divided on right now on these two men who just disagree on everything, who see things differently. But when it comes to these two very important subjects, these two very important topics, they are in lockstep and they 100% agree on those two things. The safety, Zionism, and the jet and the shot. That's funny. Isn't that funny? Does anybody find that kind of funny? Because when it comes to Israel, that's a very controversial topic. A lot of people are, you know, it's windy over here. Yeah, it is kind of windy. Is it fucking up the audio? He says even Congress fully disagrees on everything except when it comes to giving money to Israel. Unanimous yes votes. Yeah. That's so on point, man. What's up, Brad? That's so on point, Haywood. On point. Like arming a chimpanzee with a gun. That's on point, bro. But like these two things are very controversial. Like when you come to, if you just pick 10 people, if you just randomly run into 10 people on the street and you ask them about the vax, I mean, that's not. It's not going to be. It's going to might be close to 50-50 when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? It might be 50-50 people who are like, yeah, yeah, I want it, I want it. And 50 is talking about, no, I don't want it. Even when it comes to Israel, you ask 10 people, you know, you're going to get a varying different responses usually when it comes to that. So just to think that these two polarizing men who just are completely different. One's representing the Bloods, one representing the Crips, one is, you know, the red and the blue. These guys are so different. But when it comes to these two controversial and polarizing topics, they completely agree.
I agree.
They agree. They agree on the efficacy of this new vax that was put out in months. Where normally it takes 11 years, it was put out in a couple months in your life. It was put out in a couple months. They agree on the efficacy of the vax, and they agree on the security and the safety of the ZIOJs in the terrorist state of Israel. Billy the Kid says both Trump and Biden are tyrants. Why do some members of Congress hold dual citizens as Israeli citizens, and why is it even allowed? Safety or free will? I choose free will. Free will, man. It's all about free will.
You know, if I was a Trumper, if I follow Trump, it's like, how can you still follow him, man? If he is the real deal, then why isn't he at a rally? Why isn't he at my rally? I'm a Trumper. I'm like, why isn't he at my local rally? If he's about freedom, I would expect him to go to.
Well, he can't do that, man. He's too big. You know, he's too big.
Yeah, at least try.
They might.
He's disappeared. Trump disappeared.
He was in an interview not too long ago where he said he's going to run again, maybe in 2024. He says, you know, it's too early to talk about it. It's too early, but you will be happy. He says. He says you will be happy. Just know you'll be happy. It's too early. Let's talk about it. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. So what happened with the recall? Anybody heard anything? Anything happened with the recall? I don't see them as any different. They're both parasites. Michael Hagan, did you see? I don't know if you just check in, but did you see what the two things are? They disagree on everything. They're both parasites. They disagree on everything, except. Come on, man, zoom in, focus.
Come on, Trumpers.
Except the two things. Haywood said what it was right off the bat. Trump too old to run in 2024. Imagine being someone who thinks voting is real. I know, right, Haywood? Somebody said silence boy is a sissy.
There's so much crazy shit going on, and then we got a silence boy and KC beef.
I didn't even know about that, but dude, but I've been looking on YouTube, man.
I saw that.
I've been looking on YouTube, and there's like a lot of videos that are like on YouTube of Biden like fucking up. Like I didn't know it was so much. I didn't know it was so much.
Hiding it.
But I don't think they show it. I don't know if
intentionally to make them look like they're fuck ups, or
some of that. Some of that has to be some of that too, man. Because he's really bad, man. Like he's
horrible.
It's like it's a Mad TV skit at this point. It's a SNL at this point. You know what I'm saying? So it might just be, you know, they're hamming it up even more to usher in the transition to Kamala.
It's deep. It's deep for people because people love Trump, man, because he's just so different.
Right.
Every other president has like this delivery.
Right.
Biden has the delivery that Bush had, that Obama had, that you could say Clinton had. But Trump came out with something more like it's that TV reality star.
Right.
And they love that.
Talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Grabbing your nuts.
And then he was talking about Mexicans and he was talking about Muslims.
Yeah.
And then, you know, some people were like, oh yeah, I really don't like them. Some people started following him.
Billy said Doge to the moon. Biden has full-on dementia, man. Like, dude is like, man, I didn't know there was so much video of him. Dude, there's so much video of him just like, yeah.
Did you see what I sent you?
What is it?
With the Biden puppet, and it was just like,
Oh yeah, yeah. He said, what do you say?
I like them touching my legs, my hairy legs.
We hold these truths to, you know the rest of it.
You know,
Michael Hagan said it's political theater and political pressure. Trump took the V.
so what does that mean? That there's so many fuck ups of
He
the
is
videos.
I don't know, man. It's just so much videos, man. It's just so much videos of him just being a bumbling idiot. I mean, there's so much. So
Hey, but
I think that's just gonna be used to usher in the Kamala shit, man. Maybe next year.
people are gonna say, "Oh, he's off his rocker."
Yeah, maybe she gets like they share the presidency. Like she gets 2 years, he gets 2 years.
Co-president.
Like sometimes they just turn off the microphone. Like sometimes he goes off on this shit, and he just starts talking too much. They just turn off the mic and just like fuck it, we're just gonna turn off the mic until you get your shit together, then we turn the mic back in. It's like, whoa, man.
Damn. That's one of the reasons they put Biden in, to cause a distraction. You see, there's even more things that are gonna happen, but they want people to talk about how bad Biden is,
Yeah.
how much of a fuck up he is. He's old and this. So I want people to keep talking about it. It's another distraction.
Yeah, and it still sets up for 2024 too. Sets it up for a good race with, Trump and maybe Kamala or Trump and whoever. I don't
So
know.
he's gonna
whoever
pass the
it
baton
is.
to Kamala during this presidency.
Yeah, and then she takes it off for her home presidency on 2024. She goes for under her name. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
Yeah, whatever, man.
They
Something
want.
like that
Oh,
happens,
Haywood
yeah.
said they want people to beg for Trump back. That's what they want. They want you to be calling for Trump. Like, oh, you see, it was so much better when Trump was there. And you do hear that a lot too. Oh man, it was so much better. Trump had. It was the jobs. The jobs. There was so many jobs. The fuck did that even mean? There was so many jobs. He created so many jobs.
Now with Biden, they took our
Yo! I took it, yo!
they took our jobs.
Took it out! And then we see that shit. That one channel that we're checking out where they show the borders, man.
What border?
The border. What's the channel that live streams at the borders?
Oh yeah. That one dude, yeah.
And you just see, man, there's so many people coming over, man. It's so many, or if you want to call them illegals, there's so many illegal immigrants.
Everyone's coming over, yeah.
Everyone's coming over from all like south of the U.S., I guess. And that's part of it, dude. It's like, oh, Trump, come on, man. Trump had his foot down. He made the wall.
Made the wall taller so we won't leave the U.S. Please, Trump. We don't want to leave the U.S., so make that wall a little more taller.
What about Larry Elder, dude? What about you
Who's the guy? I've been hearing his name.
You fucking with him?
Who's that?
So Larry Elder is the guy who's gonna save California from the commies.
From the commies, dude.
He
Anyone who uses commie or copy.
No, I'm saying that. I'm not. I'm that's not exactly what his. That's not what his campaign
I don't know who Larry Elder is, but they're all the same. If it's a guy that wears a suit and smiles at you,
is.
I'm not fucking with that guy.
He's a judge. I think he's a judge. He had a TV show. You remember he had a show, man. You
He
remember
sounds like a TV name, like Larry Elder or something.
Judge Elder. He had a he had a show. Dicker, yeah. Trump is a great actor. Loved him in The Apprentice. I loved him in WWE, man. You got to see his WWE work. His WWE work is fucking phenomenal.
You say the punches were pretty good for a
Man,
guy?
dude, his WWE work was phenomenal. Especially for him to be like, that's his first foray into WWE, into sports entertainment. The way he was landing those punches, the way he was selling everything to the crowd. Dude's a trained professional, man.
He's really good friends with Vince because you know what I noticed? I used to watch a lot of WWE. I used to see him at the early WrestleManias, like 3, 4. He'll take like pictures. Back in the 80s Trump.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Maybe that's why the chemistry was there.
Carol Murphy says Biden equals illegals before Americans. Trump equals Zio banksters first. Well, yeah, yeah. They're all playing their role, man. They're all playing their role. I just really wanted to show that. I really wanted to show how it's just funny that and I don't know, and everybody's showing it, so I'm not saying anything, but everybody has seen the video of Trump. I mean, excuse me, of Biden and Kamala when they're talking about the vax, in 2020. They're like, no, nobody's gonna take that. I'm not gonna take that. I wouldn't trust that. I wouldn't take it. But as soon as, because it was in Trump's name, right? And as soon as Trump transitions out and the new people come in, now it's so great, it's so beautiful. Like, what the fuck? What changed? Just because the president changed, that means the efficacy of the vaccine. Because the president changed, the efficacy of the vax changed. Damn, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy, man.
See what the people are saying.
He said he wants to see it. I want to see Trump and Biden have a potato sack race. I'll watch that. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, that would be fun. But Biden wouldn't get far. Trump will win that all day long. What about Nicki Minaj, though? Anybody fucking with Nicki Minaj? Y'all heard what Nicki Minaj saying? What y'all think about that? Rap star. American rap star Nicki Minaj has created waves in the media recently with her stance on mandatory vax. That was fake news. Yeah, external. Nicki Minaj equals base as fuck, but it's a psyop. Yeah. Nicki is nibbling on the red pill. Nibbling on the red pill. I know, right? Yeah, like that's the first responses is like, we see through your shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, it's only 11 motherfuckers in here, man. It's only 12 people, but
You got your Roddy Piper glasses on.
yeah,
people.
they know what's happening, man. Nicki Minaj says, Nicki, the president, the Congress, and judicial system have been bought and paid for.
Couldn't find someone better. Come on.
So it's just funny with the Nicki though, because Nicki said this. I'm gonna pull up one of her tweets, right, or whatever. I don't know if it's a tweet or Instagram or something, but. She says they want you to get V'd for the Met. If I get V'd, it won't be for the Met. It'll be once I feel I've done enough research, she wrote on Twitter at the time. She says, I'm working on it now. She's working on the research now. So she's researching right now, right? She also added, in the meantime, my loved ones, blah, blah, blah. Oh, she also added, in the meantime, my loved ones, my loves, be safe. Wear the muzzle with 2 strings that grip your head and face, not the loose one. So any fucking validity she had in this tweet just got erased right here. And this paragraph, in this tweet, any validity she had just got erased. In the meantime, my loves, be safe and wear the muzzle with 2 strings that grip your head and face, not the loose one. What I'm saying is, and what I've been saying for a long time, is you can't be both. You can't be both. What I'm saying is, if you accept the bug, then you accept the muzzle. If you accept the muzzle and the bug, then you accept the V. You can't skip steps here. You can't be like, okay, I accept the bug, I accept the muzzle, but I will not accept the V. No, that doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. Because if this bug is real, and if this muzzle helps protect you from the bug, then that means everything that they've been saying is real then. And that means everything that they've been saying is true. So that means if they've been telling, the same people that have been telling me about that, if they're telling me that this V is very, very efficient and I need to get it, then I need to get it. Don't you can't pick on that shit. It has to be either all of it or none of it. Even people with the masks, like, yeah, I think there's a bug one out there, but the mask, I don't really know, I don't really like them. No. If you think there's this bug going around that's just jumping on people when you walk past them, then you have to believe in the muzzle keeps you safe. And if you believe in those two, you have to take that back. So she just gets canceled out with that shit. She's telling you to go put a muzzle in your face, a tight one, not the loose ones. Then she's full of shit. Damn, external first. I had a skin problem for years. After my V, it's clearing up fast. Nice. At least it has some good side effects. Breathe your own shit. Where'd the flu go? Dr. Burke said the flu doesn't exist anymore. Dr. Burke said we have no more flu. There's no more flu. You know how why there's no more flu? Because now when guys like Joe Rogan, who are workout freaks, who work out all the time. I used to check out the Joe Rogan podcast all the time, and all he talks about is being in shape and making sure you're working out and you're staying healthy and being in shape and go, get out there, get in the gym, work out, be healthy. But he gets a cold for one day. He says he was sick one day. Now he said, I threw the kitchen sink at it, bro. I threw the kitchen. What the fuck are you talking? You threw the kitchen sink at being sick one day? What the hell is wrong with you,
For having a
dude?
cold?
For having a cold? You threw the kitchen sink? I took the same thing. He said, I took the same thing they gave to Trump. I took the same thing they gave to Trump. Like, what? You took the same thing they gave to Trump? You fool. And anybody that follows you, man, that's some foolish shit, man. That's some foolish shit. Motherfuckers is done with sicknesses. He's done with sicknesses for this dude's 50 something years old. This dude was dealt with sicknesses for 50 years in his life. And he's never, quote unquote, thrown the kitchen sink at a cold.
Wow, he said that? I never heard.
He said he quoted saying, I took the same thing that they gave to Trump. It was called, I forget the word for it, mono something, forgot what it's called.
You know, you could. Oh, what is that? AKA Ricola, cough drops, um, ginger lemon tea. That's all I. That's my shit. That's it. And I get on it like that.
External Affairs says he's in Palestine. In 50 years, I have only had the so-called flu twice. Population control in this range. Hey, External Affairs, how's the view from your cubicle in Tel Aviv? How you know he's in Tel Aviv? How do you know he was in Tel Aviv? Oh, because he was saying are you saying he's an agent? Because he's saying he's an agent because he's promoting the V as a acne as an acne cure. External Affairs said he had acne, or he said he had skin problems. Excuse me, he had skin problems, but after he got the vax, the skin problems cleared up. So then somebody said, somebody said, "How's the view from your cubicle in Tel Aviv?" He said, "How's your view of the cubicle in Tel Aviv?" It's hilarious. What's up, Grab It? The flu is, man. I kind of like when I was on the computer. Now they want human beings to take an antibiotic. Silly, man. Careful with Tylenol. 4,000 milligrams in 24 hours is a lethal dose. Won't cause respiratory failure. And wasn't that also related to the deaths in the Spanish flu?
Over prescription of the
Tylenol, acetaminophene, whatever you call that shit.
aspirin.
Was it aspirin?
Yeah,
Okay, it was aspirin. Okay, it was aspirin. Same shit.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly, you're right. You're good. You said allegedly. So for the YouTube police, allegedly, allegedly, they was going crazy with the aspirin and people was dying.
And they said at that time they didn't know that they were prescribing.
Just Google it. What would you Google? Just Google aspirin
Google it, bear it. I mean,
bear. Right.
brave it, bear. Duck,
Oh, it
duck,
was the
duck,
Bear
go it.
company though. Duck Go It or Brave It, but it was the Bayer company, wasn't it? Didn't it have
I
something to
think it
do
was
with it?
bear. Yeah,
Yeah,
bear aspirin.
Bayer aspirin was the Bayer company. That was when they first started like mass producing it, right, and like giving it to people like on the mass level. Michael Hagan said trust in government will be the definition of insanity. Hey, whatever happened with the dude, Michael Hagan? Remember the dude? The dude who, what was he, a
Oh, the
Marine?
marine.
And what happened to the Marine, Michael Hagan? Too much aspirin can be lethal. Also, water. Our government needs to be we the people, not a lifelong job. For real, right? Right? The government just something that you just, it's like you just gotta serve a few years, right? As a citizen or as one of the people, you have to serve a certain years as a government position. Like a cop can only be a cop for maybe even like 10 years, and after he has to go do something else. Fucking Congress. These motherfuckers are making careers out of being politicians. How are you making a career out of being a politician? That's supposed to just be some stuff you do for a little bit, to help out your community. Then you move on. You go to your job. You go get a job. Stop feeding off of the people, sucking off of the people's teeth. Go get a job.
First get the V and then get the job. That's life now. You can't even get a job without having the V now.
LG, what's up with the recount, man? What happened? Did Larry Elder win? Our jobs are fishing is to take away the responsibility from the people's lives. Even term limits will not solve this tyranny. I agree. Yeah, we need term limits. Voting equals compliance. Voting equals compliance.
Well, what's the big rally that Michael Hagan's talking about?
I don't know, but I'm glad he brought up the rally, right? So check this out, right? So there's a, an activist, a freedom fighter out in New York. Joe speaks the truth, and she's posting every day, doing rallies, doing speeches and stuff like that, right? And when they turn the camera onto the crowd, I don't see one Trump 2024 flag. I don't see one Make America Great. I don't see none of that. I don't see no pictures of Trump anywhere. And they have a huge following, and it's awesome. But every single quote unquote freedom rally I've been to in Southern California has been a friggin' Trump rally disguised as a freedom rally.
It's disgusting.
Disgusting, man. It is. It is, man. Because when I see what's happening in New York, it's like I know it's possible. It's like I see it out there I see it out there in New York. I'm like, all right, not everybody's on that shit. It's like, okay, there's some people who understand that even though they fail to even criticize Trump, though it's funny, right? Even your truthers and your activists who are not really promoting the name of Trump or chanting the name of Trump, they won't say anything bad about him. They won't even, they just pretend like he doesn't exist. I mean, Mexican righteous are saying it's like an uncle or something that molested you, but at the same time he paid for your college. So it's like you hate him, but He paid for your college, so it's like we just don't even talk about him. Let's just not talk about him, and just pretend like he doesn't exist. That's how they feel about it. Instead of just calling out everybody, instead of calling out everybody. But even I have some of my subscribers tell me that doesn't even matter, cops. That doesn't even matter what you're talking about. It doesn't matter that they're in all on it together. It doesn't even matter that we're chanting the name. That doesn't matter that we're chanting his name. It doesn't matter. Forget your truth. Forget what the truth is. We like to chant a man's name, and we like to put hope in a billionaire president, cousin of Hillary Clinton, former friend of Jeffrey Epstein, and the father of the vax with Operation Warp Speed.
They did some damage to these Republicans' minds because, like, you're right. People don't love Biden, man. They just hate Trump so much that they jumped on the Biden bandwagon.
That was his point. That was his whole point. I don't know what the numbers mean. Craigslist. What you get? Tell me in layman's. Excuse me. Tell me in layman's term, man. What does that mean? Who won? Is he getting? Is there a new guy in there? Is there a new face? Genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them right into the little kids' arms. I mean, we shoot them right in their vein.
Right in the vein.
Damn. What city is that, dude? External Affairs said I went to drive the dash bus. They told me 1535. 1535 to drive the dash bus, man. That's like minimum wage, ain't it? Bus drivers always got paid more than minimum wage. Bus drivers was always like a good job. They always pay like higher than everybody else.
They're gonna pay that shit, man. And in these days, you better get 30 an hour or something. 15, that's nothing. California, slap in the face, man.
Lily Wallace says they are having a freedom rallies all around the world Saturday, but the rulers do not like it. Trump is in on it because he is saying it is a trap. Even he don't want everyone to go. Trump? What the heck you talking about, Lily?
Man, we could get a freedom rally going.
Trump is in on it because he is saying it is a trap. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, my bad, Lily. What do you mean though? You mean he's in on it? He doesn't want people to go to the rallies? All the rallies is chanting his name. Why wouldn't he want people to go there? At least out here. Yes, Lily. We know that's Bill Gates. That's Bill Gates. Keeper of the list. What's happening? Along with measles, chickenpox, and polio vaccines. The recall was if 51% voted yes, the replacement winner would be the governor.
Have you seen this one?
Trump says. It puts the needle in the skin. Like, where's the mask again? The science of the lambs. Damn, the science of the lambs. Let me see. Let me post that. But let me show it on here. That's crazy. Or else it gets the mask again.
Great thing in California, man. See what they did here in LA County? It's like, you see, there's people that got the V because they want to feel like they hate the mask. They hate the mask. Yeah. So they're like, if I get the V, I don't need to wear it anymore. And they felt that freedom for a month in LA County. And now they said, no, you have to wear it. So they really don't, they're building this big division between the people who have taken it and the people who have not taken it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
With that, they hate us. They because they tasted the freedom.
And do you hear how they talk? How what's his name is talking in his speeches, talking about we're frustrated with these people. We're frustrated with these people who don't get the vax. I know we're all frustrated with them, and they're the cause of all this anguish that we're dealing with.
That's what he said.
Yeah, you didn't see that shit. Biden's talking about it. The speech that you sent me. He said that shit.
Oh yeah, what did they use? Don't tell me they use the anti. You see the words they use? Anti-Semite, anti
Anti-vaxxer.
anti-V, anti-masker. Man.
Oh, you should have brought those papers that they sent them in the mail, man. That they sent in the mail.
Oh yeah, I'll get them tomorrow. I'll show it to them tomorrow. Like straight telling you to vote, but telling you who to vote for.
So yeah, these people were sending out papers to everybody in Los Angeles, or I guess in California, and all the papers were saying vote no on the recall, and it was just like they were steering the people, but it's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
It doesn't matter if it's recall yes or no for the Gavin Newsom thing because it's the same shit.
But then they tell me, okay, voting on the federal level doesn't matter, but voting on a local level like governor and mayors, that matters. That's what they tell me. What do you say to that? What's your response to that? They say, okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. Voting for the president, it doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything. But your sheriffs and your mayors and your governors, that's real. How do you respond to that?
It's crazy, dude. They fed the people a whole bunch of bullshit.
That's real, man. Like I chose this sheriff. I wanted this sheriff. I knew who he was. I've been following him. I grew up with this guy.
I
I
like
know
his face.
I know his family. I know his family. His family is good guys. Yeah, so I know this sheriff, and I voted for him. So voting for your sheriff is real. The sheriff elections or whatever however the hell that happens,
City council,
all that shit's real. It's just the presidency stuff
governor,
that's fake.
mayor,
Come on, man. Come on.
and they made you hate Newsom. Same way they made you hate Trump was
course.
the same way they made you hate Newsom.
Of course.
And you know they're directed to the people that don't like Biden, Democrat.
And they want to tell us about, well, we need a Republican president in here because everything that happened bad with these lockdowns in California happened because we have a Democrat, Democrat governor who. But if we would have had a Republican governor, then we wouldn't have to go through that.
Man, man, I gotta show them the papers, man. That's some crazy shit. They say if you vote, what was it, the recall? Yes, that's like if you don't like Newsom. They said recall, vote no, or else you won't get the V and the.
But hey, think about the security though, right? Think about
They want to mandate it.
think about how they set up their own security, right? Think about this, right? They made they made the side for freedom is the side that loves police. Think about how fucked up that is as a mind manipulation thing, right? The side that loves police is the side that loves freedom. The side that hates police is the side that hates freedom and he wants to love the government and wants the government to lock us down. Ooh, that's a mind fuck right there, dude. That's a mind fuck. The side because now if the side that loves freedom, check this out. If the side that loves freedom also was calling out these tyrants and exposing the blue line, the thin blue line, and exposing these tyrants in costumes, then we have a big explosion. You know what I'm saying? There's a big clash. Because these guys who are standing up for freedom, who are standing on their guns, on their rights to bear arms, if they're at the same time, those same men are also putting their eyes on these tyrants, and exposing these gangs inside. No, they can't have that. Are you kidding me? They can't have that. They got to make sure that these people who are with freedom or down with freedom and who are championing America, yeah. You got to make sure that you support the blue.
Yeah, support your oppressors in a very indirect manner.
Absolutely.
And that's by saying you support the blue.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's disgusting. That's the one thing that really makes me sick when I see that shit.
What we got up in here? We got some new people.
You're doing
A
a
little
great
homie.
job.
What's up, little homie? Shit, let me go back. I'm going back, guys. Hold on. I'm going back.
Cops.
I'm touching on the screen. Oh, you know what? I can follow on my other phone. Let me follow my other phone so I don't have to keep
And
fucking up
the people that are chanting for freedom are back in the blue.
the.
And then the people who were saying fuck the police
Right, who
are taking the V.
Right, who actually people are saying fuck the police, who actually understand that this is just pure tyranny, and these are tyrants with badges who exercise their authority to put a boot on the people's neck. But those same people who understand that and see that, they are saying, you know, man, it's fucking crazy.
CV's real.
CV's real, man. CV's real, and Trump is an asshole, and oh yeah, Trump is an asshole, but I don't know.
How many trolls we got in here? Hit that too.
Silence Boy said, I understand. Is that the real Silence Boy?
That's not the real silence.
Nah, it says Silence Boy and it has his picture though. That might be that might be the real one. That might be the real one.
Is that down?
If that's the real one, where did me and Mexican Righteous see you? Name one of the places that we seen you in person. Hold on, let me go back and read these comments, guys. Hold on. Oh, Arnold, or Billy the Kid said, Arnold said, screw your freedom. Howard Stern said, screw your freedom too, man. And it's crazy. So there's three guys. I don't even want to go into Howard.
Yeah, I think
That's the real one?
Yeah, I think that looks. Yeah.
What's up, dude? What's up, Silas boy? He said at DUI checkpoint. Yeah, that's it. What's up, man? What's up, Tupu?
Where he called out the hippo girl.
He called her hippo, dude.
You kind of ruined it for me. I think.
Yeah.
I kind of thought the hippo was cute, Silence Boy. Serio.
Yeah.
Don't do that next time, Silence Boy. Kind of
Okay, let me
cock
read
blocked
them.
right
Hold
there,
on,
but it's
hold
all
on.
good.
You give responsibility when you go along with their game. Stop playing the game, man, for real. Gabbard Hart said, what happens when you ignore these people, though? Life goes on. Yeah, but it's getting harder and harder to ignore them, man. It's getting harder and harder for me to just live my life without somebody talking to me and telling me to put something on me and put something in me. Pause. Screw your freedoms.
Screw your freedom.
Screw your freedom. Dude, Howard said it just like that, too. Howard said it just like that.
That's what they want. It's the same.
I used to listen to a lot of Howard as a kid. I used to listen to some Howard Stern as a kid, right? And actually, I always tell Mexican Righteous this. Howard Stern was the first person that I've heard the word used, Zionism. I never knew what the word Zionism was. And I remember somebody called in and asked him about it. And his response was, I always remember this was years ago, like at least 15, maybe 20 years ago. He said, his response was, who cares? It was an empty place in the desert that nobody was using. Might as well give it to him. Just give it to him. Nobody else was using that piece of land. So I used to always think like, and it always just sounded funny to me too. Then I started to do research and stuff, and I was like, oh no, he's just a Zionist. It's just a Zionist, which, I mean, that sounds like a Zionist answer, so it's just a Zionist. But yeah, Howard says, fuck your freedoms. Howard, right? How much money has Howard made off of the First Amendment? After being the champion of the First Amendment, right? About being the champion of somebody's rights, saying that just because you're offended by what I'm doing, that does not take away my right to do what I'm doing and say what I'm saying just because you're offended. If you're offended, turn that shit off and go somewhere else. The same person who made billions, I don't know billions, but multi millions off of championing the First Amendment, speaking in the name of people's rights, is the one who's saying, fuck your freedoms, fuck your rights, go get vaxxed, you piece of garbage you are. You
Billions
garbage.
for sure.
You're a garbage person.
I know, man. You're right. The champion of the radio industry, Howard.
First Amendment.
First Amendment.
Freedom
now
of speech.
You're going to say, fuck your freedoms. CD psyop is a deep one, man.
Tell this boy, say I get everything you say the truth. Go ahead, Sirens War. I'm glad you can resonate with that shit, cause that's real shit, man. I'm glad some of that shit resonates. Oh man, my shit is all blurry. Damn, I'm sorry guys. Shit. Damn, that shit was messed up. My bad, my bad. Yeah, I heard that too. Howard Stern said that. What a bozo. Howard's a freaking bozo, man. He's a complete bozo. Craigslist says, fuck Howard Stern. Parallel between the rights taken away from the Jays in World War II and the rights taken away today. Yeah. Don't say that though, man. Yeah. You get crucified for saying some shit like that. You got that liner?
It's a nice part, man.
He said, I just watched Howard showcasing Metallica and Miley Cyrus was awesome, but this Howard guy is a tyrant. No, that's not Griffith Park. I'm in Torrance. Howard is a sellout. Yeah, he's a piece of shit, man. What's up, Curtimus Maximus? He says, what's up, Mexican Righteous? Happy to say I never gave $1 to Howard Stern. Me neither. I used to just listen to him for free off of the internet.
I gotta admit, I did pay for Howard TV.
Oh, yeah, Howard TV.
But it was good.
It's comedy,
it
man.
was literally like right at the beginning of
Yeah.
the satellite.
Yeah.
I don't regret it. I don't. I really don't.
I feel you, man. Beetlejuice, man. Just off of Beetlejuice content is worth it.
Sheesh, everything.
Listen to how civil rights lawyers are. Oh, guys, I'm glad you brought that up. My case is moving along. Hold on. After this, I'm gonna talk a little bit about my case. We are dumbasses to them rich people. Yeah, goy. They consider us goy, Carol, or the profane. You can call them. They call us the profane. Well, I don't necessarily call me a profane, but they call them profane or goy.
They'll really use the term when they're like angry at us, like
Yeah.
this goy. What? What is that goy?
It says, listen to how civil rights lawyers are talking. The only answer they have is to use religion against these tyrants. I say use words. If it resorts further, draw a line in the sand. Yeah. I want to donate $50. Cash App me. The only thing I got is Cash App. I don't have PayPal. I just got Cash App and Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think Monero. It's in my in the description of all my videos. I never really liked Howard Stern. I only tune in for Beetlejuice. Yeah, Beetle's the man. Raul Salcedo. Beetle's the man. Messenger from above. What's up, bro? What are your predictions for people that have taken the vax? I listened to Stern while watching OJ's trial. Oh yeah, I see OJ. Remember? I see OJ, man. You remember that prank call? That's a classic Howard prank call. Let Rosemary Green. I mean, not Let Rosemary Green. What's his name? I can't think of his name. But I see OJ. He looks scared. No, this is in Torrance. No, I'm in Torrance, Silence. So yeah, my case is moving ahead, guys. I don't have no predictions with Messenger. I don't have no prediction no predictions about people that took the V. Have no prediction. Michael Hagan said his prediction is don't take anymore and lots of sun.
Lots of sun. Lots of sun and try to detox all the metals.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard, but
it's gonna be hard.
But my case, right? So my case is moving along. We filed against them. They responded with a motion to dismiss. So they have a motion to dismiss. I think a motion. Let's Google what is the exact definition of motion to dismiss. And I keep telling my lawyers, like, I really want to, get my subscribers involved in the case so they kind of, know what's happening, because this is like this could be like the first case, you know what I mean? I seriously I can't remember another case that had to do with masks when this whole shit dropped off before my case. I don't remember seeing anybody else get arrested for no mask or no whatever, for being outside, for whatever. It was before all that shit. It was before all that. So I think my shit was the first one to get arrested over this shit. So This is some precedent type shit. Motion to dismiss. Motions to dismiss assert that the plaintiff's claim is irrelevant or invalid, but usually not based on the facts or of the complaint. Motions to dismiss are filed for a range of reasons, which may include statute of limitation expiration. The case does not fall within the California's time limit. Oh no, well then that's all you guys got? Oh no, well then my shit is gonna not be a dismiss. My shit is not gonna be dismissed then, because it's definitely within the statute of limitation. It's definitely within the statute of limitation, so y'all can take that motion to dismiss and shove it. So, yeah. So the date for that, for the judge ruling on the motion, is on the 28th. So I have some more news on the 28th on what happens. And I posted on my community page this other video. Anybody subscribe to Lackluster? Anybody see that video with Lackluster where the dude won $100,000 lawsuit for being arrested for filming a police station?
He was arrested or detained?
I'm glad you said that, because in the deposition they have a conversation about that, have a discussion about what is the definition of arrest. The cop said the definition of arrest is being taken into police custody. So if I'm in cuffs and I'm behind a police car, am I in the custody of police?
Yeah.
So am I arrested?
Yeah.
That's still arrest. That's still arrest. If you've been handcuffed and put in police custody, that is the definition of arrest.
Yeah.
That's a great channel. I take Lackluster over auditing the audit. Lackluster is way better than auditing the audit.
Was audit the audit before Lackluster?
I think so. Lackluster is the best channel of its kind. That's looking at other audits and cop watches and going deep with like the updates and all that shit. He's the best at that shit.
Audit has like that robotic voice.
But listen, guys, I still believe. You might call me crazy. You might call me crazy, but I still believe that this whole stuff is about to come to an end, and it's going to be a pivot to something else. This whole mask and V and vax situation is about to end. But of course, before it ends, it's going to be a hard press. It's going to be a full court press. Before it's over, they're going to press and press and press and press and press. They're not going to go the mandates, and that's all bullshit. It's just scare tactics. So they're just going to press and press and press, and then eventually they're going to be like, all right, it's enough. Next to the next thing. What's next? And the way I know this is because it's like they're showing college football on TV where the whole stadium is completely packed. And you're not telling me that all these people are V'd up. You can't tell me this whole stadium of college kids is V'd up. Well, impossible, but I just can't. I can't buy it. And even movies, right? You look at movies, which is supposed to be like, in our same time frame or maybe a little bit in the future, and no one's wearing coverings on their faces, and
So this is gonna end. Something else is gonna take over.
it's just like, it's like when your mom used to tell you, like, she grabbed the belt, she'd be like, okay, I'm about to whoop your ass, right? Just her grabbing the belt put fear in you to do whatever the fuck she needed you to do at that moment. Just do okay, do. So she didn't really need to most of the time need to hit you with the belt. She just the fear of that coming, right? So yeah. I kind of feel like that's what the government is doing, in a sense. They're kind of just raising grabbing the belt, raising it on the people. I was like, hey, I'm about to. Okay, we gonna get it. Okay. But then once you get like 16, 17, and then your mom raised the belt, and you're like, what you doing, mom? Go sit down somewhere, mom. I'm like twice your size. Go sit down somewhere, mom. Come on, go sit down. Then it's like, you know what I'm saying? So you just go tell them to go somewhere. Tell them, man, go sit down somewhere, government. No, we're not doing that. Go somewhere.
They put you at the baby mentality where you're scared of the government's belt.
Right. Fuck the government's belt.
Could be more riots or what?
I don't know, man. I just been seeing a lot of a lot of Talibizzle all over the news. Talibiz, the Talibiz.
Ramp up the Islamophobia.
Yeah, could be a new round of that, new wave of the Islamophobia.
It could be deeper. This could be more scary.
Yeah, because it's gonna have to be big enough to get everybody's attention away from CV. It's gonna have to be big enough to get everybody's attention off of CV. And I can't wait for my case, because my case is going to set a precedent, dude, because it's going to set a precedent of what I believe to begin with, is that none of this shit is legal. None of this shit you're talking about, mask mandates and stay-at-home orders and vax mandates, none of that shit's legal. If you get it down to the fucking common law or the Black's law and all this type of shit, there's none of that's legal, and none of that's going to hold up in court. So that's why I can't wait for my court shit to go through, because that's some first of its kind shit, man. Does this shit hold up in court? Does this do these mandates hold up in court? We're gonna see. Well, first of all, we know it doesn't hold up in court because I wasn't charged with anything. The DA refused to pick up the case against me, so I wasn't charged with anything. So we already know that shit doesn't hold up. But I mean, does this hold up against them now? So now I'm going at you. Now I'm suing you. So now let's see. Whatever you wrote that ticket for, whatever you put me in jail for, let's see, does it really stand up? Were you right in even doing that shit, or are you gonna have to pay? And for me, I'm suing UCLA, and UCLA is a public school, so I'm getting some of that LA money. I'm getting some of that city money, that county money.
Yeah, Mike said there's some other virus.
Grabbit said back in the day you would be taken down for walking in some places with the mask on, i.e. banks, gas stations, gun stores, gun range, police station, of course. Like, what are you up to, dude?
Upside down world, man. They flipped it upside down.
There's some other virus. Did you hear that Bozo at who was talking about? What's the other one? Oh, I heard about some new one. What's that new one called? Woo, right? Woo? Moo. You talking about moo? Mew? Moo?
Moo. So they want you to say moo like a cow, so they could, on the way to your slaughter, you could fucking sound like a cow.
Moo. What you got? Got moo. Moo. You got moo.
They put on this mask. No, put on the what do you call it? The ventilator, and wait to die.
They tried to block that Sam Gold comment right now. They tried to block it. Why? Why would they block that comment that he just said? You see that comment right there? Sam Gold just said, look at it, I don't want to say it. He spelled the country wrong. He spelled the country completely wrong. Is it because of that name? He's not allowed to say that name? You can't mention that family's name or you're gonna get it blocked.
Damn.
Come on, that's crazy.
It's not gonna happen.
He spelled it wrong. He spelled the name of the country wrong.
That's how you spell it.
Hmm?
That's
Oh.
how you, that's how you spell it.
How much of that is going into the lawyer's pocket though? Too much. But I'm not mad at it because I actually contacted back to where Salcedo said how much of that is going into the lawyer's pocket though. I'm not sure, but I think a lot of it's going into their pockets. But um, it's cool because I talked to a bunch of lawyers and they wasn't even trying to fuck with it, right? And the thing I'm into is like I go to a lawyer's website, right? And a lot of these people, let me pick my words right. A lot of these people in these certain orders or certain societies, they put their symbols and signs all on the websites, especially on the way that they're posing their picture. They pose certain ways and stuff like that. And on this lawyer group that I found, I didn't see any of that. So I was already super stoked on that. Like, okay, you guys are not showing no symbolism. You're not showing your brotherhood. You're not showing none of that. Okay, I'm with that. I'm with that. Salute. And then and then they taking the case. You know what I'm saying? I talked to a couple of people like, nah, we're not taking that. We're not taking that. We're not taking that. So they taking it. We need people like that, man. We need people. We need the educated ones. It just can't be all fucking dropouts. You know what I'm saying? Dropout conspiracy theories. We need the fucking educated. We need the educated to help, to defend in court and to help us stand on our shit. So they can get whatever the fuck they want. They can get, I split it right down the middle with them. Whatever they want, I split it right down the middle. Billy the Kid says, do bugs even exist? Well, pre-Rockefeller, pre-Carnegie Rockefeller, no, they didn't. Why'd you block that, dude?
Yeah, that was so weird. I do not remember doing that, man. That is so fucking weird.
Oh, Billy the Kid, type that again, man. The whole time. Billy the Kid
I
said
heard,
the
I
whole
heard,
time.
man. You know what? I never meant to block that, but what Billy the Kid said is this whole
Say it right
time,
though, but don't say it right.
this whole time, never wore the M.
Hmm.
Never wore the Michael Myers on my face. I never got the V, and I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah,
That's what
same
Billy the
here.
Kid Norwood said.
Same here, man. Same here.
Accidentally blocked your comment. That was weird.
There is no. What is, come on, Curtis Maximus. Curtis Maximus. We can't go into that, man. You go into this ever I can't even know. I don't know if I can say it because High Impact doesn't even say it on his channel.
Oh,
So you're talking about that Mectin stuff, like that's some Joe Rogan. That's some Joe Rogan controlled opposition Donald Trump shit, man. There's no there's that none of that shit is. It's. Oh man. Joe Rogan said he was sick for 1 day, bro. He said he was sick for 1 day.
that's
He
nothing.
said he had 1 day of feeling sick.
That's not even sick.
And he went and took the Mectin. And now to people, oh, so it works for the CV because Joe Rogan said it and he had it. Even though we named Kerry Mullis. Oh, how did I go this far in my stream without mentioning the name Kerry motherfucking Mullis? Kerry Mullis.
Why do people like to go to? Oh, I can't taste or I can't.
That's radiation poisoning. That's a sign of radiation exposure. Loss of smell and loss of taste. Ask anyone who went through radiation procedure for cancer.
And
especially if
even when you're sick, remember we couldn't taste some things.
yeah,
We couldn't smell shit. Our nose was congested.
that shit was normal, man. I remember you should try to smoke weed and you're sick. It's like fuck, I don't even smell this shit. I don't even
I
taste this
hate
shit.
when that's the first thing they go to. People who believe CV, they go straight to, well, I couldn't taste.
Mm,
I couldn't smell. I'm
mm.
like, dude, that's what happens when you get sick.
It's also a sign of radiation too.
That
So
too.
so
You got the five jizzle.
if it's a higher sense of loss of taste and smell than normal than you've ever had before, then I might look toward the to the cinco. Hey,
The cinco head.
I might look at the cinco and the radiation and look at some of the side effects to radiation exposure.
I think that might even be bad, right? YouTube police is Spanish too.
All these guys are salespersons for big pharma. Trump, Biden, Joe Rogan, controlled opposition. Joe Rogan's controlled opposition, man.
All of those guys are like controlled.
Joe Biden is controlled opposition. I mean, Joe Rogan is controlled opposition to the 10th degree, man. He said he went and took the Mectin. He went and took another big pharma cocktail, just like the V. Dude, why don't you go get the V, bro? Go get the V. It's another big pharma cocktail. If you're trusting big pharma cocktails, go take that V too, bro. You want to go take the Mec Teasy, the Mec Tizzle, the Mectin. You want to go get that Mectin, but you don't want to go trust big pharma with the Vizzle. Go get it.
Go get them.
Go
He,
get
he
it,
could have
man.
just went to Target and go get some Ricola cough drops and get some fucking tea. That's it.
I mean, but imagine if he would have said that, though. Imagine if he would have said that.
Just
Then
say
he,
that.
then he wouldn't have been part of the controlled
Talk
opposition.
about his grandma's natural remedies, because grandma's
Nah.
always got natural remedies.
No,
For
fuck
shit like
grandma
that.
now. 2021, 2020 says fuck grandma.
Vaporu.
Grandma about to die in the hospital by herself, and we're not gonna listen to none of the shit that she done told us for all her years that we had her, all the years that we was thankful and blessed enough to have her in our lives. All those years, fuck all that shit. Listen to Fauci, and
CV is
she's
real.
gonna die in the hospital by herself. They bullies, man. The government some bullies, man. Stop being bullied. Stop letting these bitches bully. Stand up to the stand up to the bullies, man.
So what? They fed you so much of this CV propaganda, but at least, I mean, admit it, man. It's BS. And if you can't see it, then I don't know what to say, man. Just
Nicki Minaj.
just
See,
at least care about
oh,
freedom.
back to Nicki. I meant to say it. Fuck. So damn, I just skipping topics. Back to Nicki Minaj. A little while ago, we were talking about Nicki Minaj. She came out with a tweet saying, "Don't be bullied into taking the vax." And something happened to her kinfolk in Trinidad or something like that. I don't know. Or Haiti. I don't know. But she said something very important in her tweet. Let's go back to it. I want to point out something that she said very important. She says, if I get V'd, it won't be for the Met. It'll be once I feel I've done enough research. I'm working on that now. Research is great. Research is fantastic. But what happens when she comes back and now tweets, you know what, guys? I did the research, and I think the right decision for me is to take it. For me and my family is to take it. I've talked to the doctors. I've talked to Fauci. She might even get an interview with Fauci. You know what I'm saying? A big interview. One of the biggest critics, one of the media's celebrities, Hollywood's biggest critic of the vax right now, takes on Dr. Fauci in an interview on 2020 prime time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they might do that shit. And she says, you know what, guys? After talking to my doctors and talking to Fauci, it really is a good thing that we go do it. So go, I want all my fans to go and get feed because I did the research and go. Get the fuck out of here.
And you're gonna go protest wearing a fucking muzzle. I mean, it just doesn't make sense, man. I would like coming to the park this time.
Hmm? You said you don't?
I would.
You said you would?
I would.
Yeah, of course.
I could feel like if I lived here, they would call the cops. I'm waiting.
They'll call the cops.
Yeah.
For what?
I could just see these people just.
Estamos en el parque. Ese es un lugar público.
Yeah, but don't parks close at a certain time or something? Don't
Does
be
it have an
out
hour right here?
No.
Si viene la policía, we got content.
Hell yeah, that's cool. And it's almost 11, so.
And I'll go home too. I'm ready to go anyway, but if they come, shit, that's. Nah, they're not coming. It's probably every
Taurus
night.
police don't have shit to do.
It's every night. These motherfuckers out here every
Come
night.
out here. I had a cop watch here.
Craig, they said cops, you predicted the future. WAP. Well, what future? What the heck you talking about, WAP? WAP.
WAP.
And she's not WAP. She's not even WAP, right? WAP is Cardi B, guys. Come on.
It's all the same shit. It's all the same shit.
WAP is Cardi B, guys.
And they all got that WAP, so it doesn't really. They all got that WAP. Oh yeah, what about if you got that shot, you know, you get that GMO shot,
Fuck
you
that.
have no human rights.
See, I don't see. I can't speak on it. I didn't research it.
You gotta look up the
If you
Supreme
research,
Court.
if you research it, then we can speak on it. If you can show me something, then we can speak
all right,
on it.
all right, go ahead. I'll start looking.
Show me something. Show me something, and I'll speak on it. Right now, it's just speculate. Speculate.
Be with Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, and his representatives. Obviously, we have much to discuss. The Prime Minister was just thanking me again for what we did in Jerusalem with respect to the embassy. That's been something that I guess was controversial, but it's turned out to be very positive in many ways. And a lot.
Again, the title to this video. The answer to the title of this video is Zionism and the love and the support for the safety of the terrorist state of Israel and the efficacy and the safety of the vax, the CV19 vax. I was just, we were just driving. I was just driving around looking for some police. Didn't really find anything, and I was like, man, well, you know what, MR, let's do a live stream. Cause I just find it crazy that out of everything in the world, everything that these guys disagree on, if you go from immigration to even mass to what else? What's this new thing? Afghanistan. From Afghanistan and oh, you know what else I could add on that? You know, there's a third thing.
What?
There's a third thing, dude. I need to change the title of my video. There's a third thing. You know what the third thing is? That radical Muslims blew up those towers.
Yeah, they believe that.
That's the third thing.
They believe that they're
See, that's what I'm saying. There's not a huge amount of people that think different than that. I would say that if you would ask 85% of the population what happened on that fateful day 20 years ago, they will tell you the official narrative, the
yeah.
mainstream narrative. I think if you ask somebody today, what do you feel about the vax? I think you'll get maybe like 50-50. 50% will go with the official narrative, and maybe 50% is like, nah, I'm not getting that shit. Fuck that. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Even when you're talking to CV, even when you bring in CV, I think if you bring in CV, if you just ask somebody, what do you think about CV? I'm saying like maybe 70% will tell you the mainstream narrative. Maybe 30% would be like, I think it's something else. I think it's man-made. I think it's that, whatever.
Hmm.
Whatever. Even that's in a mainstream narrative though too. Even the man-made narrative is a mainstream narrative. It's a silly mainstream narrative that you got from the news. You know what I'm saying? That it was created in a lab, it was created in the lab, and Fauci was part of that lab. That's all came from the news. That's just some bullshit that you got from the news that they read his emails and he said something. Come on, you believe that? You believe the news told you that they read his emails and came from a
The
lab?
audacity to think you know about this shit and everything you quote was from the news.
So even that is that's a mainstream narrative. The lab narrative is a mainstream news, Fox News narrative.
Hmm.
Now, if you want to get off of mainstream, now you tell them, oh no, the whole shit's fake. The whole shit is BS. Kerry Mullis said all these tests that you're using cannot diagnose anybody with any infectious disease. So all these tests that you're using is nonsense. And then that just kills everything. That cuts it right off right at the butt.
And they made you believe so much, like so much shit that doesn't make sense, man. A lot of false claims, like asymptomatic.
Yeah.
Come on,
Even though
buffering.
even though even though Fauci says that asymptomatic has never been the carrier. Asymptomatic people have never been responsible for passing on any type of bug. So yeah, that was the third thing. I need to change the title. I'm gonna change the title. Three things. The only three things.
Yeah, man.
Because it's not big enough though.
Stats.
It's not big enough. It's not. What I'm saying is like that's not a big enough. There's not a big enough divide on the masses on what happened 20 years ago. There's not a big divide. There's a bigger divide on CV and on Israel than there is on what happened. You know what I'm saying? There's a bigger divide there.
CV and Israel.
I'm saying even because like I said the only two things that they
Yeah,
agree
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
is,
Right.
is the vax. I mean not CV, the vax. There's a bigger divide amongst the people with vax and with Israel than there is with what happened 20 years ago. I think everybody stands together that what happened 20 years ago was the mainstream narrative that they flew some planes into some buildings because they hate America so much.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because the movies.
Because the movies, and then they served you all that propaganda that came after.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
the war in Iraq.
yeah, yeah. So I keep it at two. I keep it at two. Two things. Two controversial topics.
Come on, man, come back. Somebody left. Ah.
Two controversial topics. The other topic's not controversial because even Sean Hannity, you see that video? I mean, not Sean Hannity, Tucker Carlson. You see that video of Tucker Carlson? Somebody brought up. Somebody brought up Building 7, and just brought up just brought up some of the arguments against the mainstream narrative, and he didn't want nothing to do with that. He didn't even want to talk about it. He says, I don't talk about that. He says, I entertain all kind of crazy conspiracy theories, but that one, that's just stupid. That's just stupid. To think that the American government had something to do with that, it's just, you're a parasite. He called the dude a parasite just for asking questions. But you got to remember Tucker Carlson, that's the voice. He's the voice of the people who don't believe, what everybody else is believing.
He has
Tucker,
that dumb look on his face. He'll let you talk, but he'll be like,
yeah, Tucker Carlson is the man. Tucker Carlson is the man. Plus Taliban, he said. Plus Taliban. All right, man. We'll go ahead and kill this. We'll go out here and see if we can see something, but it's probably late already anyway. Appreciate you guys for joining the stream. Just wanted to rant a little bit. Anything else? Anything I missed that we want to touch on?
um,
You got the Nicki.
yeah, the Nicki Minaj thing. So, if you see any other celebrity
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
that want to come out and talk against the V, be very careful.
Yeah, you
know?
better.
Question everything,
You
and
better be careful.
don't trust them because they're deceivers.
Oh, I want
they're
to show that
actors.
clip. I want to show that Kamala clip. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it though. Have you guys seen that clip of Kamala Harris giving her speech? Let me see if I can find it. Wait, Michael Hagan. I gotta show the Kamala Harris video before I get out of here. Here she goes. Here it goes.
Michael Hagen. Go Hagen.
In a way that they can determine.
Camel toe. Camel toe Harris said the other day.
When people are able to design their lives in a way that they can determine their own futures,
I mean, what's the point of me
we are a
showing it? You
stronger
can't even see her mouth
democracy,
move.
and we are a stronger nation. When people are able to make choices without government interference for themselves in terms of their well-being and the well-being of their family in consultation with whomever they may choose, we are a stronger society. When people are able to design their lives.
We're going to listen to this again. This is very important because I agree with almost everything Camel Toe Harris says here, except gets to push around the 49% and tell them what they can or can't do. It's actually the 50.1% telling the 40 democracy part, but for the most part, I agree with everything that Camel Toe Harris says here, which is the exact opposite of what Creepy Uncle Joe said during his address, his Big Pharma infomercial address.
When people are able to design their lives in a way that they can determine their own futures, we are a stronger democracy, and we are a stronger nation.
We are a stronger people, that's true. When we can order the affairs of our own life without interference from the government, we are stronger. When the government stays out of our back pockets, when they stay out of our lives...
How can she say that?
They stay
How can she say that the same day that Biden is making mandates for employees to get the V? How can you say that?
Totally agree with that.
Damn, they have no respect for the people.
Choices without government interference
Without government interference.
for themselves in terms of their well-being and the well-being of their family in consultation with whomever they may choose,
What hypocrisy.
we are a stronger society.
We're a
See how they
stronger
can say the right
society.
thing and then turn around and say the
Damn,
wrong
man,
thing?
that's crazy.
She did say this,
That's
according to this
crazy.
heading right here.
Upside down
She
world
did
for
say
sure.
this on the
Twilight
same day
Zone
that-
shit. Twilight Zone shit. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Go check out some of my old videos, man. Every video I made, even back, all these videos since the beginning of this shit, the very first one is so still relevant to this day. Extremely relevant, man. This is your first live I have watched. Who was that? Curtis Maximus. I have seen you on Mexican Russia stream a couple of times. You are very well spoken. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hit that like button for me. Appreciate it. But yeah, man. Thanks. When the sheep follow the mandate, I got some. I didn't read my comments, man. I'm just leading the comments go without reading them. Come on, man. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, I read that. I'm Benjamin Yahoo. Netanyahu. Okay, did I read that? Doesn't it feel great being free of it? Oh, Dynamo. I didn't even see Dynamo. What's up? Hey, cops. Hey, everyone, do you know the person, huh? All right, man. It was a good talk, man. It was a good talk. It's good talk. As soon as I put that out there, I didn't even have to wait long. Everybody knew what the two things were. These people know what's up, man. If we can just get a lot of this shit, if we can just share this shit and just share this shit, man. Share these videos, dude. These people can't stay blind forever. Just share the videos and we just have some united non-compliance. United non-compliance, man. I'm out. Peace. Peace and love. Peace and love. Cops, I need your lawyer. Email me. Email me. CheckingOutPublicServants at gmail.com or CheckingOutPublicServants at protonmail.com. What's that? Go closer. On this side. This side is the camera right here. Never forget. Never forget. You gotta come closer. Right there. Never forget that the actors push the cigarettes, the musicians push them, the athletes, the doctors, the scientists, and the politicians. They all used to convince the public that smoking cigarettes was safe. Use your brain, guys. Use your brain. I'm out. Peace.